I was interrupted, so let me finish. This is part two of Pretty and Handsome. Now, what I was finishing up saying is India Arie, she was a very inspirational artist to me back when I was like around 20. So that was like around the 90s. I think she had just come out with the brown skin and all that stuff. And even in that aspect, I remember her getting. She had a beautiful album, her first debut album, and I think she was going up against Alicia Keys in the Grammys and stuff. And all the Grammys and stuff, I think, went to Alicia Keys. And no disrespect to Alicia Keys, but oh my God, India Arie's music was the bomb, and everybody saw how that wasn't right. And but everybody always know that's a whole different subject too. But I'm just saying, and I'm sure they probably went in because Alicia Keys, he was light complected, India Arie was dark. You know what I mean? Same scenario. They was not to say Alicia Keys in any type of way or whatever, but I'm just saying the way people they looked instead of listening to the words that was coming out. Alicia Keys stuff was good too, but India Arie, it spoke to the soul. It bettered you as a person if you listen to the words that she's speaking to your soul, your spirit. Know who you are. Love yourself so you can in turn love others. And if you think yourself is beautiful, you'll see the beauty in everybody else, regardless of what they outside. I'm gonna use these days in terms because back then we wasn't using this word. No matter what their avatar looked like, it's their soul level, what they, who they are on the inside, not who people project onto them as to be. And that's why you don't ever take for face value what somebody tell you somebody is. You go get to know that person for yourself because everybody energies don't mix. And so they may not be that way with somebody because they may see something in that somebody that's not good for them. But you and them may get on that road, you and them may get together and be cool as a fan, and you don't have those animosities that them and that other person have because y'all do different people. Energies are different, and they mesh in different ways. That's why you don't ever go by what somebody tell you. You get to know them for yourself. Because when you get to know them for yourself, can't nobody tell you nothing about nobody. Because we all have our own thing. That's a whole nother story. My thing is being pretty and, and handsome. And I guess I probably spewed a lot on that already because I just want people to understand everybody is beautiful. Everybody is beautiful in your own way. I don't care what you look like. I remember watching that movie, The Mask. That's the old movie from back in the day. I don't know if people ever remember, but Cher was the mom, and her son, he was not. He was had an ugly face like the Elephant Man, but his soul, his spirit, his heart. Rocky was his name. I think it was Rocky Dennis. Oh my God, he was just such a nice dude. And throughout the course of the movie, he was ugly, but he just became so much cuter and cuter as the movie went along because he just was such a nice dude, and you felt so sorry for him. Not even in the sense of feeling sorry, you feel sorry for the other people who treated him in the way that they did because they was missing out on a good person. So, and that's how when I come into people's lives, because everybody has a purpose. When I come into people's lives, I don't, even if they're mean and ugly, I try to find the good in them some way. I don't let them abuse me, no, but I'm not gonna give to them what they're giving to me. If I feel like they're being abusive, I just remove myself respectfully. Not even cussing nobody out or nothing now. I ain't no pushover though. Don't get it twisted. I always say that. Don't get it twisted. But sometimes you just got to pick and choose your battles. People will come into your life and won't like you just because of the way you look. Point blank period. You ain't even gotta open your mouth. You ain't even gotta walk. You ain't even gotta move. They just see you and be like, "Ooh, I don't like that person." You ain't said nothing, but that's something in them. So that's how you always gotta look at, especially if you ain't said nothing or done nothing to them. That's how I always see things, and it's so crazy. But it's just that's how you have to look at things. Because sometimes people, it's them that has inner demons that they need to fix. So that's why I always like when I said when I dated people, my kids, they just be tripping because I'm like, you guys, you can't go by what people look at. Yes, I'm like, yes, you are attracted by looks, but if that's the case, be, just look at them and be like, oh, they're cute or what have you, whatever. But don't try to form nothing with them in that sense until you get to know them. And I mean, when I say get to know them, not just by one or two meetings, because anybody can fake the funk for a minute, but it takes a little bit. And you could be with somebody your whole life and never really know them because you're not picking up on the signs, or you thinking that because they're loyal to you, or you thinking this and that. But if you pay attention, especially if you're into someone, you're going to pay attention to all the signs. Don't let the red flags go by you. Love yourself and stay beautiful. Know that you are beautiful. And if that person don't think that you're beautiful, that means they may not be for you, you know? If they don't think that you're beautiful in that sense, because beauty is not just by what you look like. Beauty is on the, like Temptation say, beauty's only skin deep. Oh no, whatever. Beauty's on the skin deep. Oh yeah, maybe not on the outside, something on the inside. Y'all know that song. But beauty's only skin deep. What somebody else may see as ugly, another man look at it as a treasure. Because a lot of times, like I say, it ain't all about how somebody look. You want somebody that treats you good. Because you see people like, I see it sometimes with movie stars. You see a movie star of some sort. And these are the good ones. Because, all people in movie stars ain't good. But you see a movie star that looks so handsome and this and that. And you be like, why did they choose them? Like, they could have whatever. It's like, but you don't want a superficial connection when you talking about your life. You want somebody who's going to have your back. And not because of the way you look. Because looks fade. Health concerns happen. Especially if you don't know yourself. If you don't know God in that sense. You need somebody that's got you mentally, physically, and spiritually. Now that's a treasure to keep. Now that's some beautiful shit. Because, man, it's rough out here. If you don't know this world in the way that you know it, if you think that all you doing is coming here working and trying to go build and give this to that, give this to that, and you're not knowing who God is in your life, man, you're in a world of trouble. Know that we're all beautiful. Know that God made you. You are special. Don't ever think nothing different. No, you may not look like a Kim Kardashian, or you may not look like a, I don't know, Idris Elba. You may not look like them, but you look like you, and there's only one of you. Be beautiful. Smile. Anytime you step going somewhere or whatever, you make sure you try to look the best that you can be. And in that, you feel confident within yourself, because you know you looking good. I don't care if you ain't got but one eye. You doll that one eye up. You know what I'm saying? Work it how you know how to work it. And be beautiful every day. If not just in the face, body, waist, in the spirit for sure. That's the number one place to be beautiful. Everything else, energy will be attracted to you. Love yourself. Because you are beautiful. And you are handsome. Know that. And God loves you. Always. Always. I love you too. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.